Sure was windy all night here last night. Even was like 10 degrees, a little while before midnight still. We gotta have a look at the data on that. That's moved into Alberta now, and they have some wind warnings there. And there's a freezing rain warning for northern Saskatchewan. We got a couple days off in BC. One of those little breaks now where like things will kind of improve-ish over the next few days until like Wednesday comes and a whole new system shot puts again from that the southeast or southwest corner, really coming straight in from the southwest at a real northeast azimuth. It's coming at us. So that will make crappy weather again Wednesday, Thursday. We got a couple days off. A couple days, it might be a few showers out there. Hey, like it's not perfect. Might be a few flurries in the mountaintops. It's not perfect, but the real problem's over in Alberta's side right now. They can have it. Okay, hit like, share, subscribe. Let's talk weather briefly this morning.
There it is. This is bad news. My God. All right. Anything could happen. Yeah. Wow. I'll watch the video later. They try mopping this.
Caribbean Weather Dude YouTube channel. Hit like, share, subscribe. I'm mouthy, crazy, mad redneck that is always in Facebook jail. That's me. This is the only place you can find me right now. Or you can go join my Bobby Bobcat Facebook page too. Man, I've just been getting my butt kicked for so long. Hey, on the bad news battle board, still have this crazy storm going on out east that we can talk about. A bunch of the warnings have been dropped. My mom's no longer under warning. That's great for her. What do we have up here today? Probably blizzard. Snowfall warning, 25 centimeters expected. It'll end Tuesday night for Peary people up there. Okay, that's cool. Alberta side. Today, wind warning on that Alberta Peace side, basically up to 90 kilometers an hour there. It says driving conditions will likely be difficult. That's true, man. As I was coming over the high country yesterday, it was like blowing me this ways and blowing me that ways, and I did find it difficult, actually, at some points to stay on the road. 90 kilometer an hour wind gusts. That looks like Calgary on down through Nanton, down towards Claire's home there, and 115 kilometer an hour. They don't have locations written on here, but that seems to be Lethbridge, Milk River, or Old Man River, whatever down there. Pincher Creek, 115 kilometers an hour. People used to get wind crazy there, the old farmers. They just go nuts from wind blasting for so long. Freezing rain warning right now in northern Saskatchewan. There may be more statements put on the board today. We may have to come back, so don't be afraid to hit subscribe and come back to the channel whenever you can. So we got lake effect snow going on here. What that means is that the water in Lake Huron and Georgian Bay is warm. We had a lot of this last year, a crazy amount actually. The water is very warm there, and as the cold air comes over top, that has the effect of basically picking up that warm moisture and depositing it shortly thereafter. We could look on radar again this winter and see many examples of this. We could see it last year where they just be like right offshore and just coming straight, just poof, 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 straight off the shore. The snow develops and just dumps right there. So we're looking at 15 to 30 centimeters there, maybe higher amounts possibly locally. Lake effect snow will affect portions of western Lambton County near Sarnia, Lake Houston. Conditions shall improve on Tuesday morning, so up to 20 centimeters there. That's really the first big snowfall of southern Ontario's winter, and it's kind of unusual. I mean, I do recall sometime around November 6th to 9th, something like that, 1996, I was out hitchhiking, and it was snowing like a bugger. It wasn't particularly cold, though. Lake effect snow is affecting areas south of Lake Huron along the immediate shoreline this morning. As northerly winds become more northwesterly later today, the lake effect snow will begin to impact areas further east and southeast of Lake Huron. Okay. One particular concern is potential development for very strong lake effect band tonight to Tuesday morning with intense snowfall rates of 5 to 10 centimeters per hour. If this band becomes stationary, accumulations excess of 30 centimeters would be possible. The worst conditions would remain to the west and northwest of the city of London. That's pretty interesting, though. And the heavy band, snow squall watch. And then we get up to near the Bruce there, snow squall warning, 30 centimeters there for areas like Barrie, the Georgian Bay, You could be affected. It could improve by Tuesday afternoon. And out in the Bruce Peninsula, weather advisory there as well, 5 to 10 centimeters. Okay, so then we have like the big storm that's going on over in Quebec side. Freezing rain warning this morning. Went overnight tonight into Tuesday. Groovy freezing rain for them. Closer to the waterfront here, we do have snowfall warning down there. 25 centimeters for La Tuque, Laurentian Park, Saguenay, Lac Saint Jean. Up by Newfoundland border, 20 centimeters expected up there on the Newfoundland side. 25 to 35 centimeters for Churchill Falls and Churchill Valley. 25 centimeters there. That's a lot of snow, friends. 15 to 20 centimeters for Nain and vicinity. Special weather statement over northeastern and eastern Newfoundland, central Newfoundland until Wednesday with peak wind gusts up to 100 kilometers, maybe 120 along the coast. Lay sweat wind warning there. Wreck house wind warning, they call it, on the Newfoundland side, up to 130 kilometers an hour. That's definitely Category 1 hurricane strength. Meanwhile, over for Frankie McDonald, Cape Breton's getting a rainfall warning there until Wednesday morning. That's quite the storm that's going on, friends. It's really quite the storm. Lay sweat wind warning for 120K. Cape Breton Highlands, what does this say here? 65 to 85 millimeters, except possibly higher amounts in thunderstorms. Up to crazy, continuing today, ending overnight tonight. So thunderstorms even for southern Nova Scotia. I said I was going to make this one a quick one, but really, it's just that there's not, great things. There's not like an exciting story on BC's doorstep today. It's coming Wednesday. So I'm like, we could talk about Wednesday's storm in a day or so. I've already warned you here. Wednesday, Thursday, storms are coming. You can start preparing for it. It's raining outside right now. Yeah, sometimes people troll me. They're like, oh, you're just reading stuff. It's like, do you make anything? Do you do anything for anybody else? Do you have expertise in anything? Just people come show up, trash you, knock you down. Mostly Facebook is just a place where I get abused by people who just send me hate mail all the time. I've got these extremist groups that are onto me, and they attack me literally all the time. I don't know if they're real people sometimes, if they're robots or bots. Getting banned from Facebook is whenever I get put in Facebook jail, it's wow, there's so much less bullshit in my life. I was at the grocery store yesterday, and some guy named Brian, he's like, hey, Joey Only, I appreciate your rants. I appreciate what you do. And I got all bashful like I do. Hey, thanks, Brian. What's your name? Brian. Hey, nice to meet you, Brian. And, I live for that kind of stuff. That's why I like doing public work like this. It's not because I like fighting and bickering with people all the time. I've been trying to ignore my own comment sections, but it's not having much success. Anyways, follow Bobby Bobcat. I'm building that page up. Eventually that Joey Only page is going to have to just die. Peak wind gusts for BC coast this weekend. Herbert Island, close to hurricane strength. They're 113 kilometer an hour winds there. Same with Rose Spit. It was spitting there at Cumshaw Island there, 94. Significant rainfall amounts for BC coast. Haida 55 to 98 mils, depending where you were. Kitimat 96. Onion Lake 101, but rain is ongoing there, and same with that Salvis. There was also significant snowfall amounts. Okay, so this totally confused me because it's significant snowfall amounts. North Burridge 15, and all of a sudden I was trying to read this. It's wow, Bella had 15 centimeters of snow as well. It's just something about how this is lined out. Didn't really make it easy the first time I was looking at it. Okay, daily maximum records for temperature. I told you it was going to get warm this weekend, and I was right. 14.2 for Bella. Dease Lake up to 8.9. Dease Lake's way the hell up there, folks. Gibson's up to 17.4. Prince George even saw 14.3. Sandspit at 13.4. And Sechelt, 17.4. Holy shit. Tatlioco got up to 17.5. West Vancouver up to 16.9. Nuts. So warm. What's been going on in Ontario with this crazy storm there? Snowfall up there already. 16 cents in Hamilton, 11.7 in Ottawa, and 10 cents at Pearson. That's amazing. Trenton Air Force Base there, CFB Trenton, 9.8 centimeters at the weather station there. The town of my birth, Trenton. That's where I went to Air Cadets, was at CFB Trenton. At 704 Squadron, we had our meetings at Base Transport. They're at 8 Wing. Okay, snowfall amounts already on Monday at 9 a.m. Eastern Time. They had 15.5 in Arden. It's close to where I live, actually. Grew up Kitchener 15, Aurora 14, Stittsville 13.5, Kingston 12, Drummond Center 11.8. That's pretty gnarly. I don't think it's as much snow as maybe we had in 1996. I could be wrong about that, though. It wasn't like a crazy amount of snow. It wasn't like feet and feet fell, but it certainly did come down hard. A low-pressure system has been affecting Quebec since Sunday afternoon, bringing a mixed bag of precip. In most areas north of the St. Lawrence River, snow accumulated, while in the south, snow gave way to mixture rain and freezing rain. Road conditions were difficult. Snowfall amounts, not crazy, although Saint Michel de Saint, it's like such an absurd name, eh? Saint Michel de Saint, like Saint Michel of the Saints or whatever. 10 centimeters there, 16 in Montmorency Forest there, Massive de Charlevoix, 17 Roberval, 20 summary of snowfall in millimeters. What? 69. That's bizarre. Okay. Freezing rain was reported in a bunch of places as well, including the airports, Saint Hubert and Mirabel, Quebec City, blah, 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 blah. All right, let's have a look at the Diggy's Diner weather station here, 9 a.m., 3.1 degrees in Wells, which is still pretty warm. It's November, and if we're over zero at all this early in the morning, you consider that to be a warm spell. Why am I here? I want to find out how windy she freaking got last night. It's saying that this morning the high was a 30-kilometer wind gust, but daily mode November 9th, let's be smart because we know that most of our wind came. So we got a wind gust up to 47. Of course, my weather station's down here at the bottom in the valley, which is fair. I mean, I'm measuring wind gust in the valley bottom. However, what I was hearing on the tops of the mountains last night, even the way it was hitting the top of my house sometimes, it would like make the tin slam and rattle and make all this racket, right? So some of the strongest winds I've seen this year, honestly, happened. Because in order for this weather station down here at the roadway to be picking up 47s, I mean, I'm probably gusting 70s up top. I'm just going to guess that straight up. Up to 13.6 degrees yesterday here in Wells. That's nuts. And they're talking about being up to like 15 in Manitoba later this week. Justin from Weather Center Manitoba is saying that's crazy, folks. It's November in Manitoba. It shouldn't be 15 fucking degrees Celsius. I've been in Manitoba in November and it was minus 20 something. And I thought, you know, I'm like a musician on tour. Like, I don't know much about Manitoba. Like, you know what I know, but I get there and I'm like, oh, it's November 18th or whatever it is. Time for my show. And I'm like, holy, I am not, like, I had some fall clothing with me. It's not like I was going around Canada in my skivvies, you know, Ginch or whatever. I got to Manitoba and it was just so much more exceptionally cold than anywhere I'd been. I'd just been in Newfoundland, I think that same trip, or was I? No, that was a different trip. Different trip. Same time of year, I remember thinking that. I was like, wow, I was in St. John's on the 15th of November in 1996, and it was like 15, 16, 17 degrees. I was almost... It was like 18th of November, something like that, a few years later in Winnipeg, and it was like minus 23 or 22 or 19. It was cold. It was really bad. So just to give you an idea of, like, you know, we should be buried in snow here. Up to 10 years ago, there would always be snow burying this house. That's the way it was in Wells every year. You know, I'm not trying to spread panic or fear or alarm. I'm trying to say, like, things are identifiably fucking different, folks. It's identifiably changed. It's like you trust your own eyes. Look out the window and be like, wow, I remember how many times was it November? We were riding snowmobiles already right now in Wells. I'm not making that up. Anyways, the big story today is going to be the wind gusts, I think, for southern Alberta. Could look for some power outages and whatnot. Already got an 87 reported in Lethbridge. Got 102 reported at Springbank Airport. Whoa, that's a big wind gust, my friends. That's nuts. 74 up there already off the BC coast. We still have this upper level low, but it's not going to really affect us much. All it's going to do is kind of pave a road or set, like, you know, a bit of a trend so that the next storm can kind of come up almost on this exact same, almost like, you know, you kind of look right here. It's going to come straight in like so in a couple days' time. So we'll get to that. I don't know if we'll bother getting to that this episode. Maybe we'll make a new episode later today and we'll talk about the next storm coming. 65s off the coast. But yeah, that's my concern for Alberta today is power outages. Make sure you got your batteries ready, your candles, your flashlights, and you know, your weather radios and all that. As we watch, this is wind gusts on this mapping. Looks like even Manitoba is at risk of having a couple some big wind gusts there, Lake Winnipeg or something like that. Looks like across northern Saskatchewan, but the big numbers really are going to be in Alberta, BC. Still seeing some strong winds on the coast. Absolutely, still seeing some strong winds near this area. We'll be watching some of this precipitation going on by. Boom, northern BC still taking it today. Still taking precip today. So as you're going through your day, and you're noticing like, okay, it's 5 o'clock. Terrace is taking snow north, and maybe a little bit of showers in Prince George up the coast there in the high mountains, taking maybe a mix of rain as you go a little bit further down. Still got this big trail sort of sticking out there. The more or less like the remnants of atmospheric river wannabe. Here's our last storm up there far in the north there. It's been really hammering Churchill for a number of days. Been minus 12 up there this morning, Joe Stover tells us. He loves that. Low trying to make it inland, making snow up and down the coast there. A little bit of snowfall in the Rockies, a little bit of snowfall in the Caribou Mountains, but more or less we're going to see things clear out, improve until this next storm right here develops itself. It's going to develop itself as it shot puts right into the province. It doesn't come in very strong, but still it manages to get cohesive in time. Boom. And that's what we're looking at into overnight Thursday. We're going to have a big storm here on Thursday. It's going to be a big mess for a lot of people. And then it's going to move to the prairies, and they're going to have a big mess there. And we're going to talk about it all this week on the show. Oh, yeah, and if you want, I got an entertaining episode that I made last night for you. It's about the comet that's gone by. People think the comet is aliens. So let's talk about that. And later today, I'm going to put another video because someone in Quesnel has spotted a leprechaun in the tree. We don't believe in leprechauns, though, do we? No, that's ridiculous. It can't be a leprechaun. Well, let's have a picture and see what they said. It's holy shit, there's a leprechaun in the friggin' tree. What the hell is that? Okay, stay tuned to the channel. We'll find out more about this freaky thing. Oh!